If you see my Instagram, I talk a lot about anxiety, mental depression, because I think that is something that people don't talk about. You just see the fun and the glitz and glamour, but you don't see like the other side of it, the dark side of it. Stop consuming so much content. You consume so much content, you will lose your own self. So I think, yeah, as I said, I'm hardly on Instagram scrolling. I just put my stories, my post, and I'm out. And second thing, if you like someone's content, you can of course take inspiration, but don't try to replicate it. I think it won't come out nice. So I see a lot of these young girls, they keep telling me, I love your content, and they'll try to make the same thing. So I always that's not gonna help. I always tell them, maybe something that works for me won't work for you. Something that works for them maybe won't work for me. So like when a lot of about 6-7 months, so I was very conscious about my voice, but 6-7 months before, like these brands are telling me, can you do voiceovers and all of that, and I was never comfortable. But then I realized that most of my content which are engaging is because of my voiceover, so that worked for me. So I wouldn't say that people don't take content creation as a profession. I would just say a lot of people don't know what goes behind it. So maybe for them it's just like, oh, Instagram, take pictures, look nice, but there's a lot of other work that goes behind it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Smaash. Today we have Anjusha Bhattacharya with us. She is a fashion as well as a life content creator, a blogger, a person who travels around the world. Today we will be getting a sneak peek into a content creator, what's her approach to different brands, how she works with different people. So let's get started. Hi Anjusha, we are so glad to have you on our podcast today.
Thank you. How are you feeling? Amazing. It's my first time, really excited.
Okay. I am really hoping we could make it worth it.
Absolutely.
So how have you been?
Great, loving life, living, working.
Yes, I remember while you were having a conversation, you have been traveling from the last 3 months.
Oh, yes.
It must be so exhausting.
It is, but I don't complain. Of course, it's exhausting, but I don't complain. I love what I do, and yeah. So I think it's been Goa, then Sri Lanka, then I went to Mahakumbh, again Goa. I'm going to Sri Lanka again tomorrow. So yeah, life's been crazy.
That's the kind of life you get being a content creator. I mean, look at that freedom.
Yeah.
You can just literally go anywhere. You can go to any part of the world,
right,
and then you can work from there.
Right.
And that's the kind of life we all imagine. So
I think more than freedom, I think you'll call it being independent. So that is good. So this is why I always tell all the girls, be independent. You don't have to depend on anyone. You can just pack your bags and leave when you want to.
That sounds like a dream for a lot of people.
Right.
So at what age did you actually start creating content?
It's just been a year. Yes, I was actually a model before, and content creation actually happened very randomly. So I think, about a year or 14 months I just started, and the touch wood is going good.
And what really fascinated to you?
I don't know. I mean, I had no plan of getting into this ever. Of course, I loved watching people's content, but I never had this plan in mind to get into it. But I think once I started just getting an idea, then shaping it your way, it's like a storytelling. I think content creation is like a mix of creativity and strategy, and of course being your own self.
Totally, and I can totally resonate with that, because these days I feel like the way influencers and brands are putting out a story out there.
Right.
Like influencers are bringing their own personal experiences, and they're crafting something so special.
Right.
Along with brands, like if you see Coca-Cola, you see McDonald's, all of them are actually weaving a thread.
That is what catches people's eye. I think they like to see new things, new visions. So,
right,
yeah.
Because that actually keeps the audience hooked up.
Absolutely.
Because they know, okay, I saw this, and what next?
Right.
That's one thing that's going really great on social media.
Right.
So
absolutely.
what is that one thing about social media that you adore?
I adore. I think of course, social media does get overwhelming sometimes because you consume so much content. But I think there are so many people who are not that famous, who people don't know, but they are making some amazing content.
I think that's a very beautiful part about social media these days, because I think even the algorithm is pushing the content in a way that it doesn't really care about the numbers, but it's actually putting the best quality content.
Absolutely. And I think social media, I love it is a space for everyone. Everyone, like whoever wants to do anything, there is something for everyone to do. So
these days there are so many different platforms where you can actually voice your concerns.
Absolutely.
Be it Reddit,
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
Reddit is one of the app where
Right.
you can actually talk about anything. But I
Right.
feel with the pros comes the cons as well.
Right.
Because if you see the Rebel Kid,
Exactly, that's just because she's famous.
I know.
If some other person would have done that, then of course that would not be highlighted like the way it happened there. So I think one thing about social media which I don't like is people, it's so easy to just be behind the screen and just type something and you don't know how it's going to affect the other person. Like if you see my Instagram, I talk a lot about anxiety, mental depression, because I think that is something that people don't talk about. You just see the fun and the glitz and glamour, but you don't see like the other side of it, the dark side of it. So
and that's really great because I remember when I was seeing your content, one thing that I really loved was how authentic it was.
Right.
You actually talk about not only the good part but also
Right.
the bad part.
Yeah.
For example, if you're traveling somewhere, so everyone shows all the beautiful places,
Right.
everyone talk about all the great things that are happening around the world. But at the same time, it's very important and crucial for you to show your viewers
absolutely.
that at this point of time or what wrong exactly is happening around the world.
Right. I think it's very important because the youth these days, they need to also see the other side of it, not just the good part.
According to you, what exactly is lifestyle content creation for you?
As I said, it's storytelling. I mean, it's what keeps me interested in this, that I get like a brief and then I can just mold it my way, talk about it my way. I always try to be as authentic in I try not to lose my style ever. Sometimes it gets a little, like a lot of brands, they say, no, we want you to do that. So I avoid, like I even refuse a lot of good commercial brands, campaigns, if it's not aligning with what I do, if I don't believe in it.
Right. And how do you stay focused of not getting that line blurred out? Because after you work with different brands with different ideologies,
Yeah.
positioning,
Yeah.
segmentation, it gets really difficult for you to really differentiate that
Right.
what really aligns with my values
Right.
and what is something I need to do for getting good numbers, getting
Right.
good views.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of brands, they tell me that, just do that because I mean, that'll get the view, that'll get the thing. But I mean, if I don't believe in it, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I just try to be as humble and just stick to what I do. So as a matter of fact, I don't watch a lot of content. Like if I go on Instagram, I'll just post stories, put my campaign posts and I'm out. I am not at all on Instagram scrolling all day. I think it's a waste of time. I mean, sorry I'm saying that, but I mean, no, I mean, I of course, my friends share me their work and I of course hit a like and comment and all of that, but I don't just watch all this all day.
Where do you
time
get the
consuming.
inspiration for all of your content? Like Pinterest?
Pinterest and I don't know, I mean, yeah, I guess. No, not Pinterest. I just think of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because of modeling, I've seen that world a lot.
Right.
I was a model for almost 10 years. So, I mean, yeah, so I was always in front of the camera, I was always confident. And I think I'm learning. I don't think I've reached 100% to what I can do. I'm still 20, 30. So, I mean, I learn every day. I learn from people. I love watching people like on field. I study people a lot and I watch what they do. So yeah, I take inspiration from people.
So you love to observe people a lot.
Absolutely a lot.
Okay, and their work.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to say that you kind of use your personal experiences as a guiding light for your content? Do you
Yes,
use
of
them
course.
often?
Yeah. Of course I do. Yeah.
So honestly, while I was going through your account, I saw your profile and I was going through your feed.
Okay.
One thing that really caught my attention was you've been to so many different places. You have traveled a lot.
Yeah.
So I was so mesmerized with it. I was like, I think there is this very famous quote by a wise man that a person who doesn't travel only reads a one page of the book.
Correct. Absolutely.
And it's very important for you to travel. So right now I think I don't have that much of financial freedom to like actually go around the world and see it, but I think one day when I will be at that stage, I would love to do that.
Absolutely.
And while you're traveling to so many different places, like, has there been any trip or any place that you have visited and that really changed the way you look at the world and your whole perspective about what life is and what is the meaning of life for you?
I think there's no particular place, but Bali got me really spiritual. First dive in Australia at Great Barrier Reef. So I think every place has its own memory. But Mahakumbh, which I went this year, somehow that changed me a little. I mean, I don't know, somehow it just made my perception of life very broad. As in, we are so, like, we crib and complain about so many things in life, but then, I don't know, somehow that trip changed me. I've started being more grateful and more humble.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you always a spiritual person, or you
No,
have started
I was
discovering that?
never a spiritual person. So I think about like few years back, I had like a really bad heartbreak, and that's when I got into spirituality, and I'm glad I did. I mean, it just I started connecting to myself more, and yeah, it just gives you a better insight in life.
So, while you're traveling, are you a kind of person who goes with the flow, or you're a kind of person I need to plan out?
Oh
more?
God, I am a planner. Like I am a Virgo. I'm a planner. I don't travel without my itinerary. I am not someone who I'll just say like let's pack my bags and leave. No, I need my own plan. I need my where I'm going, what I'm doing next. So yeah, I'm like a complete planner. Even when it comes to my shoots and everything, my team knows I can be like a pain sometimes, but I'm very particular with what I want, what I do. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since it has been widely seen that a content creation is kind of a profession,
Okay.
where you don't really get a kind of life work balance.
Okay.
So while you're on your trips as well, I'm very sure that you must be collaborating with different brands.
Yes.
And you must be meeting different influencers.
Right.
So how do you like balance that out? Because during your trips as well,
Yeah.
I'm very sure that there must be so much pressure of creating or delivering a particular brand collab.
Correct.
So like, how do you manage that?
So I just took a trip with a lot of creators, and I saw that the entire time they were all on their phone. So I always make point that of course I'm creating content, but you will never see me putting live stories. I'll enjoy the moment, come home, and then do all of that. Like I was like, I mean, guys, if you just come, it might as well enjoy the place. If you're just taking pictures and videos and just doing this, what is the point of view coming all the way here? So I think you have to have a balance of that. Yeah.
And I think it's not only about the creators. I think everyone is so submerged in their phones
Yeah,
these days.
yeah.
I remember my mom constantly telling me that you need to get out of that phone and go out.
Like I have this thing, you will never see me at a concert with my phone. It's always in my bag. Yeah, I mean, what is this thing? You've come here for a concert, just enjoy, dance your heart out. If you're always on the phone, then what's the point? I mean, So I think that is like social media has, like the youth today, they are so engrossed in it. Like you take your phone away from someone, 10 minutes, they'll be so restless.
I know.
So
And there was this really weird and creepy thing happening all around the social media these days.
Yeah.
While there was like the Kolpe, I think during
course.
Kolpe, there were certain people who were trying to monetize from the FOMO people are getting these
oh
days.
my God, I
Like,
didn't know this. So there is this page I had
Yes.
no idea. So my friend tells me there are these pages. I think they put stories of the concert and then they tag you and you have to pay
Yes.
them. That happens?
And people are actually buying them. And I was
Really?
like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had no
And This is
idea.
getting very dangerous.
It's very dangerous. I had no idea. So my friend just sent me this link and he's like, just check this out. And I saw a lot of people, they were tagged in the same story. Same kind of story. And I was wondering, but they are not even connected. That's when I came to know that there is something like this. You're actually like I am okay if I'm not, like I didn't go for Coldplay. I didn't cry. That's okay. I was at home. I was sleeping. It's fine. I think, I mean, if you want to go, just get your tickets or just don't go. You don't have to sulk about it and definitely not do all this, not have FOMO. I mean, it's just, that's too much.
And it's just so sad to see that people are actually not going to concerts for the experience.
They're just
And-
going because everyone's going.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of having a concert is
Yeah.
for an artist to come there, for
Right.
you to go there and celebrate
Absolutely.
the music.
Yeah.
For Coldplay as well, a lot of people went to those concerts just because of the hype.
Just because everyone's going.
I'm
Yeah.
so sure, like while I was also at the Coldplay concert, half of the people did not know the lyrics. And it was
Yeah.
so funny to see that
Yeah.
no one knew the artist's name as well.
Absolutely. I remember when we used to take concerts, we used to go for concerts years back, EVC, Supersonic, when they were really nice. We enjoyed. We went there because we were a group of friends, we want to have fun. But now it's like, acha, everyone's going, I have to be there. So, like just for my Instagram, So
I know, I know.
I
It's
think that
really
gets too
sad.
much. Yeah.
So you also have your own swimwear brand.
Yes.
So what really inspired you to like?
So I wear swimwear a lot. When I travel, I wear swimwear a lot. But I never got good quality swimwear in India. I used to always shop from either Bali, Australia, Greece. So that's when I decided to make something. And also my swimwear caters to the Indian market, of course, because a lot of girls out here are not comfortable
Right.
wearing a lot of V-cut and all. So yeah, I make something which is good and good quality and for the Indian market, of course.
I think for any brand to be successful out there is if it's solving a problem.
Absolutely.
And I think what you said is solving a great problem because
Yes, yes.
even I'm aware that whenever I'm buying any swimsuit, I'm very, very skeptical that if I'm really gonna wear it or not.
Yes,
Because
yes.
some or the other way, maybe because of the society
Correct.
or maybe because we are not accustomed of wearing that kind of V cuts and everything.
Right.
It gets a little uncomfortable for us.
When I was opening my own brand, I was very skeptical if it will work. But then I realized everyone wears swimwear. Okay,
Right.
you just don't put it on social media, but everyone wears. When you travel, everyone wears. So, what about the people who are not who are very conscious about their body, who are not comfortable? What about them? You'll of course have to make something for them, right? So I make sure it's something like people in India can wear.
So that was like the major gap that
Yes.
you recognize in the swimwear industry.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think no other swimwear brand is doing that, are they?
I mean, they do, but the kind of quality that I give is, of course, much, much better.
And how long has it been?
2 years? 2 years. I always wanted to do it, but I wasn't sure. But then finally, I was like, let's just do it.
I always wanted to ask you this: how do you stay authentic on social media while delivering a promised result that your viewers want?
Two things: stop consuming so much content. You consume so much content, you will lose your own self. So I think, yeah, as I said, I'm hardly on Instagram scrolling. I'll just put my stories, my post, and I'm out. And second thing, if you like someone's content, you can of course take inspiration, but don't try to replicate it. I think it won't come out nice. So I see a lot of these young girls, they keep telling me, I love your content, and they'll try to make the same thing. So I always
That's not gonna help.
that's not gonna help. I always tell them maybe something that works for me won't work for you. Something that works for them maybe won't work for me. So like when a lot of about 6-7 months, so I was very conscious about my voice. But 6-7 months before, like these brands are telling me, can you do voiceovers and all of that, and I was never comfortable. But then I realized that most of my content which are engaging is because of my voiceover. So that worked for me. So always stick to what you think you do best. So take inspiration, but do not copy. That's not gonna help.
For sure. And what was your first brand collab that you worked with?
Oh, that was for this alcohol brand called Hogarden. That just happened randomly. They just told me, so I never knew that there's so much money in content creation. They just told me you'll have to go to this place, cover the event, and chill, have fun, click some pictures, make a video. And I got like 25,000 for a reel. And I'm like, really? That's the kind of money people are giving for a reel? So I'm like, yeah. So I think, and so one thing, when I started, I used to have a lot of fun. But now, when I shoot my content, it's become, it gets a little monotonous sometimes. So I try to take a break, because first it was fun for me. It was new, but now it's become work. So now it's like, so I always try to take a break and, not overdo it. Yeah.
That way you will also be able to like get out your, like for example, if you're constantly working for something, you lose your creative.
Yeah, as I was saying, I have creative blocks so many times, and that's when I just lose it.
And I think that's very common. And
Yeah.
people don't really talk about it.
Yeah, but in this line, it's not okay to just take a break and disappear.
That affects your engagement.
Sometimes, like, I just feel I want to like delete my Instagram and just go away and just not be seen. But I wish I can do that. But that is something which people don't see. They always see, oh, she's traveling. They get free tickets. So one of my friend told me yesterday, oh, nice, you're going for Hugel, you get free tickets. I said, yeah, I work for it. It's not free. I mean, of course, it's free, but there's a lot of work that goes behind it.
There are like a particular deliverables. that you
Absolutely,
provide them.
yeah. And all my friends are like, oh my God, you get free tickets, give us some free tickets. I'm like, stop saying free tickets. I mean, I'm getting that because I worked for it, right? So,
Makes sense.
yeah.
And there's one more thing that I have always noticed, and I never figured it out, like why is it actually happening. Today, I think there are a lot of creators, thousands of creators who are covering different niche.
Correct.
But still, till date, people are not taking content creation with that much seriousness as a profession.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if you see, if someone is doing doctorate or if someone is going into engineering fields, they are more respected. But if you say, like, if a person comes up and like, Papa, Mama, I just wanna be a content creator,
Yeah.
it's something that is still looked down at, and I could never understand why.
I come from a house of lawyers and doctors. My mom's a doctor. My dad was a banker. My uncles are lawyers. So I come from that house. But my mom and dad have always been so supportive of what I do. They didn't even know there's something called content creation. Like my mom was like, really, you put pictures and videos and you get paid for that. So I mean, but I like how they've opened their idea and they've, supported to what I do. So I think, I wouldn't say that people don't take content creation as a profession. I would just say that a lot of people don't know what goes behind it. So maybe for them, it's just like, oh, Instagram, take pictures, look nice. But there's a lot of other work that goes behind it.
There's also this myth that content creation can never be like a serious profession.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of times I've heard my friends telling me that.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's just your personal view. But I
Yeah.
don't really think that.
No.
Because they feel that after certain years, this will die. But I don't really think that.
Social media is going to boom. Like it's already there. It's going after 5 years, it's going to go all out.
What advice would you like to give to young creators who are still struggling to find their voice?
Their
on
own
social
voice.
media?
As I said, take inspiration, but don't replicate. And just social media is huge. There's a space for everyone. So I mean, and just don't get overwhelmed. It can get to your head sometimes. Stick to what you like, and believe me, if you are really consistent, if you really believe in what you do and you're hardworking, you will get there. It'll take time, but you'll get there because there are so many people doing the same thing. But
Right.
stick to what you do, believe in it, and you will get there.
Right. And I think before coming to social media, like actually starting a podcast, there's this one thing that I did which really helped me was to really understand what I want and what I am.
Right.
Because it makes it so much easier for you to represent that voice out there on social media. Because
Right.
I think for every person who is trying to become a creator, they first need to ask themselves certain questions like,
Right.
what am I? What
Yeah.
are my values? What are certain things that I have seen in my life that I want to represent?
Right.
Or what are certain problems I want to
Right.
talk about? Because it's
Yeah.
very important, because if you're coming on social media without a cause, without a purpose,
Yeah, it doesn't make
it's-
sense. Yeah, like same, people will get tired of seeing my paid content, my fashion
Right.
content, beauty content, but that's where I always make sure I talk about real stuff also. I talk about a lot of mental health issues. I talk a lot, when I started talking about all of this, I got so many response from people. They're like, oh my God, like we're connecting to this. We went through something similar. So I think always make sure you show every side of it. Don't always show the good part, which is
I think if anyone's favorite creator is putting out a story about something that they are going through in their life,
Yeah.
and somebody feel, oh, this is something
Oh,
even
yeah.
I am
Yeah.
going through in my life.
Yeah.
That relatability factor.
they'll connect to you more,
Exactly.
of course. Yeah, because I remember when I used to talk about anxiety about 2 years back, because I went through something really dark. So almost for 6 months I started talking about it, and I really got messages from these girls. They were like, oh my God, thank you, we needed to hear this today. And so yeah, I mean, it's they connect to you more, and I feel that you should talk about real stuff. Social media, you show the good part, but you talk about what is actually happening too.
Exactly, it's
Yeah.
a very strong platform which
Absolutely.
we need to use
Yes,
to
yes.
get out certain things which are not really talked about. I think
Correct.
that's one of the best part about social media was that we started talking about mental health.
Right.
Because if I talk to my mother about mental health, she's just gonna shoo me off and she's like,
Yeah.
oh, there is no such thing as anxiety.
Right, absolutely.
But I think in our generation, we as Gen Zs, we as boomers,
Yeah.
we all have become so open about mental health. We talk about it. We talk
Right.
about anxiety.
It's
talk
so
about PL.
important. It is so important.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, social media is fun. Leaving all this stuff is fun. But of course, when you see someone out there talking about real stuff, then they're like, okay. I mean, it is true, right? If people like them can go through it, that means it's fine, right? So I think I like this. I make sure I talk about it. So then these young girls, these youth, they also know that, okay, it's fine. You are fine. There's a lot of people go through the same thing. So yeah.
That's like a watchdog for all the people on the higher authorities, because I feel nothing makes me happier than seeing a genuine news coming out through social media.
Absolutely.
Which was ignored by all the media channels.
Right.
Because that makes me realize that this is so nice. If a person sitting at a corner of the country is going through something and they don't have the access to top people in the media industry, they
Yeah.
cannot really go to those people. They can simply make a video and people are sharing it, people are
Yes.
talking about it, people are
Absolutely. Yes, if you see the real stuff and people talking about all this stuff actually, gets shared more than all your brands and all of that. So I think it's very important. Social media is what you make of it. That's what I believe. So
Right.
as long as you use it to your own good purpose, it's amazing. Of course, it can go other way. A lot of people use social media just, like cringe content and stuff. But I think social media is what you make of it.
It's
To
so
it and-
ridiculous that these days I'm seeing so much of the brain rot content.
Oh my God.
And-
This is why I don't scroll on Instagram.
I still cannot figure out what is happening.
and they have 1,000 shares. They have and my friends,
People are enjoying
and
it.
my friends keep sending me these memes, and I'm like, listen, guys, to a point, it's okay. Do not send me all this nonsense. I
And
mean,
even brands are turning up to, like, for example, Nykaa did this Ganji Chudel campaign.
oh my God, yeah. I'm like,
When I saw that video from start to the end, I was like, people are really sharing this.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
It got great numbers. People are literally commenting, people are interacting, and I'm like,
Yeah, but that is okay. This is the other side of cringe content that goes out, and I'm like, who are these people who are watching it, man? I mean, it's crazy.
I think a lot of brands are also turning up for the meme marketing because
Yes.
meme is I think the next big thing.
Yes,
for
like I
social
get a
media.
lot of brands who they tell me that not meme basically, but make it something which is not good. It looks a little trashy. Then I just tell them no, that is not something that I'm definitely not going on my profile for sure. So yeah.
So, what is that one thing you would like to say to your younger self? You
To my
could
younger
say
self,
something.
don't give up. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea I'm going to be this independent. I'm going to travel the world, do all of this. Yeah, just don't give up. And every time something bad happened in my life, I would be like, why is this happening to me? But then you come out of it. After 6 months, you realize, no, that was nothing. You came out of it. So never let anything get to you. Don't give up and always believe in yourself. Yeah.
Perfect. I really want to know what exactly is your skincare. Like, what
Okay.
is your skincare routine? Because, oh my god, I'm just in love with your skin. It's just so flawless.
I have no skincare routine. I think I keep it very minimal, and I always follow my mom's and my dadi's, nuska,
homemade
dahi
remedy.
and haldi. Yeah. I see so many people on Instagram, on social media. They'll just hoard so many skincare on products on themselves. What are you doing? That's your skin. You can't put so many acids and retinol and so much. Keep it minimal. Sunscreen, retinol, toner, moisturizer. That's it. Not so many stuff. That is one thing about social media. You just see like this influencer, like, oh, I got this, and they'll buy everything. Don't do that. Just stick to one minimal routine.
What people don't realize is these guys are getting paid.
Paid for it, absolutely. And so whenever I promote a lot of skincare brands, has to be a hashtag ad in front of the caption, not behind. Like a lot of brands, they tell me that put the ad hashtag after the caption. I said no, it has to be in the front. So people know that it's a paid promotion, and then accordingly they watch it.
So that you're not misguiding your.
Absolutely, yeah. Something that works for me might not work for you. I can't tell you to put so much, products on your face.
Okay, and are you dating someone?
No, I've been single. It's been quite a while.
So, how has your dating life been?
It's been a roller coaster actually.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, where are the good men in Bombay, man, these days? So yeah, I mean, of course, I'm 33. I still get this, when am I getting married and all of it. But I think it's so important that you marry late, but don't marry the wrong person. So yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, like even my mom's like, do you want to see boys and all? I said, no, I mean, it'll happen. When it happens, like love has to be like, it has to be sure. It can't be
Very
chaotic. It can't be messy. When I'm sure, when I know I've found my person, I'll do it. So I'm okay with marrying even at the age of 40. But as long as I know I've found my person.
I think that's very important
Yeah.
for, I think, even our parents to understand that marrying late is still okay than marrying wrong.
Absolutely, yeah. And these days, I see so many of my married couples are getting divorced. They're
Yeah, I was just
separating.
gonna say that.
Why? Social media. Because it's so easy to find someone. Like you have a fight at home, you can just DM someone and say, hey,
Yeah.
you want to meet? Let's get a beer or whatever. I
And
think
more
it's
than
so
social
easy.
media, I think it's the parental pressure as well, because
Yes, yes.
a lot of families, like I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed to have like a family who are very supportive of everything I do.
Right.
But I've seen my friends who have like kind of family, they are very, very, I would say, regressive
Right,
when it comes
yeah.
to certain things about their culture. They are like, you know, you have to get married at this age. And
My best friends, or I think all my girlfriends are married, and they are like, since last year, they're like, Anjusha, you have to get married this year, get married. I said, I am not getting married just because I have to.
Makes
I
sense.
will get married when I find my person. So yeah, there have been times when I thought, you know, this person, but it didn't work out, and I'm glad it didn't. You know, what if I would marry that person and I would not be happy in life? So I think take your time, marry late, but be sure of you're married.
Very true, very true. And what are your like favorite fashion brands? Like, what are
Wow.
your go-to brands? that-
Zara, of course. I love Zara. That is like my go-to brand.
Homegrown brands?
So many. I don't know. I love thrifting a lot. I shop. There are so many. That Goa has so many. These little boutiques I shop from. Oh my God, they have these amazing. So I am a very jewelry person. I love wearing jewelry. So they have so many little shops. There are so many small stores of Instagram that sell so many nice stuff.
Yeah.
I keep purchasing from that. So yeah.
That's very nice, because that's one more thing that I really love about the influencers these days, that they're actually supporting small businesses as well.
So I have this Saturday shout out that I do. So every Saturday I talk about 5 brands that I just came across on Instagram. So I just talk about them. Like I just tag them randomly, and they were like, "Oh my God, that's so sweet. How did you find us?" I said, "No, I just liked your work, so I just tagged." So every Saturday I do like 5 brands shout out.
This is a cue for all the small business owners that Anjusha could give you a shout out.
Absolutely.
It was great having a conversation with you.
Likewise, it was amazing.
And there is this one little thing that we do with all of our guests.
Okay.
At the end of the shoot,
Okay.
that what is that one word that comes to your mind when we say Smaash Podcast? Like, how was your whole experience like with us? I think this shoot took us 2 months to happen. Like, we kept on
Absolutely, yeah, I just
scheduling
kept
it.
on scheduling, yeah. I think wholesome is my word. Yeah, you were a lot of fun to talk to, and I like that you guys are doing something for the youth which we didn't have. So I think that's very important. Yeah, you're
And
giving
that
them a
was the
platform.
main inspiration. Like, no other platform is out there for youth. So I was like,
right. Yeah.
I think we're
mean,
still working for
When we
it.
were starting, when I was in college, I was lost. We were just following which everyone is doing. But I think you are giving a voice to people. You guys are connecting people so they'll know what's happening in the world. I think that's important.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. It just made my day. So, thank you so much.
Great, lovely
It was
being
great
here.
having you on the set.
Likewise.
Talking to us.
Like-
And thank you so much to each and everyone who saw this podcast till the end. Our today's venue partner is Itia Coffee. Guys, you have to try out their coffee. It's the best. So, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.